चुनाव और हिंसा आज बंगाल में पर्यायवाची शब्द बने हुए. This is not accidental. This is state-sponsored murder of democracy in West Bengal.
This was the branding which BJP always wanted to do for Bengal, and this is a concerted effort from their end.
The counting for the West Bengal Panchayat polls, very crucial in the build-up to Lok Sabha 2024, is underway, and it will continue until midnight. Trends show that the TMC clearly has the edge, but like 2018, this election also marked by violence, arson, clashes. Even on result day, there have been deaths. Reports suggest 40 people have lost their lives in Bengal, and even on counting day, result day, multiple incidents of violence have been reported from different parts of the state, including Howrah, Kuch Bihar. Trinamool and BJP engaging in a war of words. The BJP slamming the ruling party and questioning the government for the unrest. And they have said that democracy is dead or dying in Bengal. Fact-finding team of the BJP will be visiting Bengal. Trinamool claims BJP is diverting from the real issue. State election commissioner has a position. Governor has a position. Chief minister has a position. Now two people are taking positions here on the right stand. Who takes the right stand in the interest of democracy, in the interest of people, in the interest of saving lives and separating violence from politics? We leave it for them to decide. Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP, stays on with us here in the studio, and Riju Datta, spokesperson of the All India Trinamool Congress, with us. Riju, namaste. Shehzad's been with me. It's been a while. We have spoken. Abhi, what is the body count, sir?
Yes.
What is the body count, and why is there a body count when there is supposed to be election counting?
See, first of all, on that particular question, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Even one death is mournful. So the number, which is quite high, is very, very mournful. But I will also give you some numbers. That is, in total Gram Panchayat seats in West Bengal is 63,229. And as of 8 p.m., just give me the courtesy of time, TMC is leading in 33,368, BJP in the second position in 6,395. In Panchayat Samiti, 9,736, TMC leading in 1,695, BJP second position at 43. So my humble submission to everybody, to the viewers of this network, is that if there is violence, there is bloodshed in Bengal, quite naturally the opposition parties, BJP and the national media, will point the fingers at the ruling government, which is Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee. The facts that I have read out to you, after the result comes out after probably midnight today, you will see Trinamool Congress wins with a majority of 80%. And third point is that even though the entire election is done by the election commissioner, appointed by the honorable governor, in view of the central armed forces, it is beyond me why we as the ruling party, who is winning with an 80% majority, and out of the total deaths where more than 50% of our own cadres, our own workers have died, why will Trinamool Congress do this violence? Because anyway, it is showing us in bad light, so why will we do it? It has happened because of three reasons. Number one, the collective opposition always, continuously till the last day, gave inflammatory speeches and wanted to create unrest. Number one. Number two, the governor has gone beyond his perimeter of the constitutional duties and incited more violence. The election commissioner, I don't know what he did. It is beyond me. The central forces came, they were roaming after all the BJP netas, but their duty to protect the voters was not to be seen. It is very unfortunate, but I will only submit this point to your intelligent viewers, that why will Trinamool Congress, who's winning with an 80% majority, whose cadres have lost their lives more compared to other political parties, will create this violence, will create this bloodshed to show us at the ruling government in bad light.
Shehzad Poonawalla.
First of all, it is so unfortunate that today my good friend Riju, and I hope he won't interrupt me, begins by saying that it is such a great victory for TMC. Sir, democracy is losing. And today the only trend that is coming out, Rijuda, is that Loktantra ki loot, tamancha, bomb or capture of booth. ये केवल इतना ही बाहर निकल कर आ रहा है. This is what is coming out from Bengal. You know, this is the only election cycle जब election की घोषणा हुई, violence. During the election cycle, violence. On the day of polling, violence. And on the day of counting, more violence. Bombs are going off. In Diamond Harbour, bombs are going off. Candidates and counting agents are not allowed to come. People being killed. Over 40 killed. 20,000 plus booths looted. This is the manner in which it was done. And we have Riju Dattaji saying that, oh, but more TMC people died. Sir, more TMC people died because factions of one TMC is attacking the next TMC with bombs. This is on record. Humayun Kabir kaun hai? I think Kamalika has interviewed Humayun Kabir. He has said that it is a shameful day for Bengal, and it is a shameful day. This is the land of Rabindranath Tagore, where the head is supposed to be held high and mind is without fear. Today the mind is in fear and head is protecting itself from bomb blast. Bombs were going off even while the counting was on, Rijuda. Rijuda, today what has happened is that Ma Mati Manush has transmutated into bomb, Balti and blast. This is the narrative of the election, and you are saying we have done a great job. Sir, I am asking you, chalo BJP kharab, but on one hand you say BJP is so weak, and on the other hand you say BJP is getting this done. Chaliye, forget us. Today the Adhir Ranjan Da and Congress party is saying that TMC is responsible. There is their official stand is that the TMC has done all of this violence. So then you must tell us that if they are defaming Bengal, why are you going and meeting them in Bengaluru? ये बंगाल में दोस्ती और बंगाल में कुश्ती और बेंगलुरु में दोस्ती वाला मॉडल नहीं चलेगा. You must take a stand. But I will tell you, Anand, what is happening, and I'll give you some specific questions that Rijuda will not answer. Rijuda, how many booths had CCTVs? Please tell me out of those 60,000 odd booths. When the court had told you to do this, 60,000 plus troops reached on time. DIG BSF, not even Rijuda will raise a finger on him, said that I kept asking SEC for the information of the sensitive booths. It was not provided. Why was it not provided, Rijuda? And by the way, in such elections, it is not the election commission that handles the law and order and the police. The police is in your hand. There are multiple cases where ballot box was being stolen. It was being taken off. Today also, before it could be counted, it was stolen. We have seen the manner in which it was dumped in the lakes. What was the police doing? That means you have accepted that Mamata Banerjee is the most incompetent chief minister. And I ask you the question, Rijuda, that if everything was so okay, everything was going to go according to the plan, there was no threat of violence, then why is it that your own leader Humayun Kabir is saying that it is a shameful day for West Bengal? Forget everybody else. And why is Adhir Ranjan Da, Congress party, whom you have become friends with, why is he also raising this question? You must answer these two questions.
Thank you very much. Can I answer now?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Point by point.
I don't need to intervene as long as the debate is civil. So please go ahead, gentlemen.
Yes. We have had more than 500 debates, so I hope this will be a civil debate. So, point by point answers. Ballot boxes in the water bodies. The loser of opposition of West Bengal, Shubhendu Adhikari, yesterday in the BJP press conference has said, and I quote verbatim, I thank and I appreciate people for throwing ballot boxes in water bodies. So it is BJP's leader of opposition or the loser of opposition who's told his own people to do the same. Point number one. Point number two, BJP, BSF IG is saying that they have not got the list of sensitive booths. But is it not true, my dear friend Shehzad, that on 7th of July, the leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, sends a legal notice to IG BSF quoting that you are in contempt of High Court for not disposing your duty. So why did the leader of opposition of BJP send a legal notice to IG BSF? Please answer that. Where there were central forces protecting Shubhendu's backside and Nishit Pramanik's backside, by the way, who lost Kuch Bihar in Panchayat, is not protecting the general people of the state. Today, during the repoll of 600 booths, and even today, during counting, central forces are present. Then if there is any untoward activity, then you have to say the central forces are not working or the central forces are mute spectators. Will you say that? And the last point that my dear friend Shehzad had said, that because there is so much violence and so much bloodshed, Mamata Banerjee is an incompetent CM. If you say by that benchmark, then the violence and bloodshed and the dead body, the most incompetent Prime Minister of India is Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, who is a glorified station master now. So please, let's not go into whataboutery. The bottom line is, you have tried Sam, Dam, Dande, Ved, and your leaders in Bengal have tried everything under the sun to show Bengal in bad light, to malign Bengal, but the people have given its mandate. So if you insult this mandate, which is a resounding victory for Trinamool Congress, you are insulting the voters of Bengal. And I have a small gift for my dear friend Shehzad, and I think he should share it with Sambit Patra and Shubhendu Adhikari. If you accept it, my dear friend Shehzad. Thank you.
May I respond?
Yes, please.
Rijuda, I thought today you won't share any gifts, especially after your name was not considered for Rajya Sabha and Saket Gokhale was sent. So maybe you can keep that tube with you. ज़्यादा काम आएगा आपको. Saket भी आपको help कर सकते हैं इसमें. Anyways, Rijuda, I am not in the thing of rubbing it where it hurts the most. I feel for you. The pain is so much on my face. You believe me, I am feeling sad for you. वो ट्यूब आप ही रखिए, ट्यूब आप ही रखिए, आपको लगाने में भी अच्छा लगेगा. और दूसरी बात ये है कि देखिए रिजुदा, चलिए हम तो मलाइन कर रहे हैं बंगाल को, आपको एक बयान सुना देता हूं.
Keep it close to your mic.
Police were resorting to lathi charge and other instruments so as to disperse the voters. But the murderers, they are escorted by the police. So simply some shots of mayhem in the name of Panchayat board election.
This is a statement by Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury, Congress Party. His franchisee of Mohabbat ki dukaan by Rahul Gandhi has not opened in Bengal. That's another issue. But please tell me, Riju, if all of us are maligning the name of Bengal, please, as a national spokesperson, somebody who has been considered for a Rajya Sabha with Saket Gokhale, please tell us that you will not sit with the maligners of Bengal in Bengaluru. एक बार बोल दीजिए सर, आप स्टैंड ले ही लीजिए. आप maligners of Bengal के साथ कैसे बैठ सकते हैं? Otherwise, you tell us that Congress, whatever it has said, is correct, and therefore what the BJP is saying is also correct. Now let me complete, sir. आप पूरा तो करने दीजिए. Thirdly, please tell me specifically, sir. You have not answered my question. Forget what A sent notice to B or not. Please tell me, did the DIG BSF say the truth when he said that the names and the location of the sensitive booths were not provided? You should say yes or no. If it was provided, say yes. If it was not provided, say no. You're the national spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. Why aren't you taking a stand? And lastly, चलो हम तो बंगाल के खिलाफ है, साजिश कर रहे हैं. हुमायूं कबीर, आप ही का MLA है ना? His statement was taken by CNN News 18. Komolika Sen.
Yes.
बता दीजिए सर. He is saying that he feels ashamed as a Bengali because the name of Bengal has been maligned by the violence in the polls. Panchayati Raj nahi, Jangal Raj ban gaya. I congratulate you that you have made Bengal, which used to look 10 years ahead of India, into a Bihar of 1990s. Even Bihar has left behind those situations. But you are converting Bengal, the land of Rabindranath Tagore, into the land of TMC, Talibani mindset and culture. And in every election, after 2021 polls, what did the court say? Rule of law nahi, law of the ruler hai. After 2018, what happened? Same thing Supreme Court had to say. 2013, what happened? In 2013, when the violence took place, BJP was not even around. We started growing in Bengal in 2016. So therefore, Mr. Riju Datta, वो बर्नॉल की ट्यूब जो है ना, उसको संभाल के रखना. 2024 और आने वाले वर्षों में 2026 में बहुत काम आएगा आपको.
जवाब दे दूं मैं आपको?
Please, sir.
Three pointed questions by my dear friend Shehzad, so I'll answer them one by one. First, about Humayun Kabir. And I am saying this, that even after this resounding victory, even after people have rejected the BJP and still established their faith, after 12 years in the government with TMC, I am also saying that not one death should have happened. 40 dead bodies are far too many, and we do not think that this is a trend that should happen in Bengal. There is no way around it, and I'm saying this on record. The second point, you asked me about central forces and IGBAs. Again, I will say to you that the question you have asked me, I'm the national spokesperson of Trinamool Congress, not the election commission. So that is an answer that election commission can give, whether they were given the list of sensitivity or not. But as far as I know, what we have seen, Rajiv Sinha, the election commissioner, said that we have given the full list. But you please elaborate and shine light on why Subhendu Adhikari sent a legal notice to IGBSF on 7th of July. And the last, most important that you have been harping on, Adhir Chowdhury's comments. So I am saying it very clearly and on record. Adhir Chowdhury is the Pradesh Congress president of Bengal, under whose leadership Congress is a big fat zero. So, and he was not even included in the star campaigners list during the Karnataka elections. On 17th of July, Rahul Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee will share the same stage in Bengaluru for India, its people and its constitution against the fascist regime of BJP, so that we are not bothered about the voices and noises from the sidelines. The Adhir Chowdhury is irrelevant.
Adhir Chowdhury is irrelevant. Is the left also irrelevant? Left has also made similar arguments in Bengal. And my point is, I sound like a broken record when I have to ask these questions of the Trinamool Riju Datta, because every time we sit and speak, we keep asking this: how can violence be normalized in Bengal? And how can you pass on the buck when law and order is under your control? 50% of the forces deployed were state police, and that too. Look at the adverse observations by the Kolkata High Court. What have the courts have to say? You can't sideline all of that. There has to be some responsibility taken. The crude bomb factory. Do you want me to play out that report where a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, they all got injured because they picked up a crude bomb thinking it's a ball? This is the reality of Bengal, sir.
Anand, if you give me the permission to speak, I will again say it on record on a national platform like this, that there is no justification for the loss of 40 lives during Panchayat polls. No justification.
But my point, Riju Datta, very respectfully.
As the ruling government, let me finish. As the ruling government, I am also saying that we condemn this.
No, but that is what I'm trying to tell you, Riju Datta. Since 2018, this is what has happened. The violence happens, the bomb throwing happens, the murders happen. At that time, I still remember those gory, haunting visuals. Sometimes I wake up in the night thinking about that sometimes. Even now, of those bodies hanging right outside the villages. As an example, कि तुम करोगे तो तुमको भी लटका देंगे. Till date, they have not been caught. After that, what happened? We condemn this. It should not happen. It is so sorry. It is very bad. 2019, we condemn this. It should not happen. It is so sorry. It should not happen. Then after that, 2022, we condemn this. It should not happen. So sorry. It will never happen again. 2023, we condemn this. We're so sorry. It should not happen. We feel our heart burns. Same response after everything has happened.
I'll give you an answer.
But it's so convenient, no?
Anand, it was my turn.
I'll give you a very, and yes, Shahzad,
No, so convenient. Year after year, sir, year after year, election after election, this is happening. And somebody, are we trying to normalize this kind of violence and crude bomb making?
I'll give you a very polite answer. And that is, to maintain the law and order, even though law and order is a state subject, to stop this loss of life, I believe if 70% is the responsibility of the ruling government, 30% lies with the opposition also. If you see your record, your library is very strong. Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee, everybody during the entire Panchayat campaign has said, we want peace.
Sir, I tell you what, Riju Datta, I have immense respect for you, and there is a line I do not want to cross in terms of what I have actually seen on ground and the videos that have come in terms of what was done para par para after in those 24 hours when they conveniently said that there was no government because the government was in limbo. But the state administration was a continuum, sir. Those people still have not come back home. Those people still are scarred for life. And this happened in 2019. 4 years later, they've not got justice. What's happening down on ground is normalization of violence, killing, pulling out guns and shooting at people, whoever they are, whichever their political party. Responsibility lies with the state, sir. You may take the victory today, but you cannot bask in the glory because it comes on the, after the spilling of a lot of blood.
Anand,
so that's a reality. I have to wind up.
I understand, but it was my turn to speak. Riju, you said 70-30 proportion should be apportioned according to state government and then to 30% to opposition. In 34 years of the left rule, was 30% responsibility of TMC and Congress at that time?
Yes, of course.
Oh, you're saying TMC was responsible for the violence in the 34 years? 30% responsibility is an official statement. You might lose even the Vidhan Sabha seat, Riju.
All right, I'll pause on that. I'll pause on that. I'm just saying left, Trinamool, Congress or BJP. Bengal cannot be known or normalized, or perhaps the Paryayvachi for polls cannot be violence or hinsa. And crude bombs in every other para to be found is shocking, sir. It's a telling statement on the state of law and order there. It is a telling statement. I have to wind up on that note. I thank you, gentlemen, for a peaceful, very, very combative, but yes, sane debate. Thank you very much. We're going to